It's Monday, October 16th, and this morning, on behalf of all nutmeggers and some in Massachusetts, I submitted a proposal to Amazon. This is to have Amazon's HQ2 here in Northern Connecticut, specifically surrounding and even on the grounds of Bradley International Airport. It's a great site, and though I have no affiliation with the state or any agency, we have permission from the airport authority to help make a smooth landing. My capacity as candidate might affect this because I will do everything I can to campaign for the regulatory easing, the fast processing, the working with citizens and institutions to make the integration go well. And we are a group of entrepreneurs, it's not state officials. In fact, we called ourselves E-Lane for Entrepreneurs Landing Amazon in New England. E-Lane doesn't ask for a single dollar of state money. We'll probably be the only proposal like this. By the way, if you want to look at the video, Google on YouTube, Amazon HQ2 Stewart. A more fleshed out proposal, we'll get to them by Thursday. What we entrepreneurs do is bring everything except state money. And frankly, I don't think a company like Amazon needs our money. Bezos is worth $90 billion himself. Okay? We can't possibly give a monetary incentive that makes him happy. We can give quality of life, quality of business, quality of education incentives that will make it very good. So without state money, look what we can do. Remove a lot of stupid state regulations. Okay? A good governor can do that. Build transport. Maybe without state funding, if we incentivize private transportation companies to do it right. Private highways, private transfer stations, private systems can make money, especially if they are not impeded by silly regulations. We can build better education, and that building might actually be taking down the restrictive education that the government monopoly has. Our students will thrive more when they have choice in schools. Armed with vouchers, Connecticut will still support families that way, but it puts money in the hands of the students rather in the hands of the competing schools. And the students then force them to compete better. That is building. And when I say build, the state can be involved with assuring loans perhaps, with marketing clout, with maybe some staffers that help seed the beginning. That's a good purpose of the state, to be an instrument of attraction, but not an instrument of force. And remember, Stewart for Liberty is about taking down the forced welfare that we don't need and that has harmed us. This is uplifting welfare. Our final message wasn't even in the video because it will take a governor like Mark Stewart to pull it off. We're going to reduce income taxes to 0. You don't think that'll attract somebody who's paying 30% of his income in federal and state taxes? We bring our 7% down to 0, and we protect the conscientious objector to federal taxes. More on that is at my website, stewartforliberty.com. Anyway, I'm in your corner. We're one of probably 400 proposals that's being submitted this week to Amazon. Odds are not great, but maybe we'll at least get some attention that Connecticut is a little engine that can, and on our terms, compete very well with big state-supported entities. I would do the same thing for another entity that can come to Connecticut. This one's a little easier. It's a hockey team. We're going to bring it back. Okay? This is my high expectation. I think the odds are very high, and if I'm elected and then don't bring them to Connecticut within 4 years, you should not elect me again. Okay? The Whalers energize the state. They might not bring profitability, but they bring fun. They bring a liveliness that this city, Hartford, hasn't had in 20 years. I hope you'll help me in that effort. Those of you around in the early 90s and the 80s, you remember a really strong, really a heyday where we had a good team, and it didn't even have to be a good team, right? They were often a bad team. But our kids were skating to it. Our city was enlivened by it. And even without state money, we can get the NHL back. I look forward to helping. Thanks for your comments. We'll see you later this week.